you shortlisted? Are you ready for your interview? We will be here to help you out to crack your interview on the first attempt. Hello dear YouTube viewers and the freshers or recently graduated students. Now your next step is an interview. So I think you all might be nervous, but let me tell you something. There is nothing to feel nervous about an interview. It is a part of life. You have to be interviewed to know what you are. When an interviewee is trying to interview you, you might think or you might be confused that, why is he interviewing me when I have already submitted my resume? I've got everything stated in my resume, then why do they interview me? Why is that face-to-face interview for? This is just to know all about your personality, your way of speaking, your presentation skill, and your communication skill, and how well can you adjust yourself to the office environment or to the environment of that particular organization. So, it is the duty of a recruiter to know something about yourself and in order to recruit the right candidate for their reputed organization. And let me tell you something, you the freshers are not the only one facing this interview. There are too many people standing on the queue for an interview. And let me tell you something, there are too many other candidates who were not even called for an interview just because their qualification or their resume did not shortlist. So you have to consider yourself as very lucky and welcoming that your resume is being shortlisted and you have received an interview call. So why do you consider this particular interview session to be fearsome? It is not. Let me tell you something. The person, the interviewee, has also gone through the same process when he was looking for a job and he was also once interviewed for the first time. Usually the first question asked in an interview is, tell me something about yourself. Tell me something about yourself is the common question asked by the interviewee, and this is the time when you will have to speak about yourself. But let me tell you something, it's a personal advice. Don't speak about your family, don't speak about your hobbies, okay? Speak something about yourself which would be helpful for the organization. Try your level best to go for a research about that particular organization who have called you for an interview or who has shortlisted you. Try to know about that organization before you face your first interview. And most of the time, it is almost common when we just enter the office and we face the interviewer. It is the time when our phobia starts, when our fear starts. We start feeling nervous. We find butterflies flying around our stomach. It is not an issue at all because the interviewer himself is a human being. Okay? So just consider him as a human being. Alright? There is nothing to feel phobic about. And one more advice. Please do not keep your hands folded and lean towards the table. It is always better to sit upright by putting your hands down. Okay? And see, you're not the first person who the interviewee has ever interviewed. He has faced too many candidates. So you're not the first person. And don't try to exaggerate a lot. Okay? And don't force your accent. Don't try to act a bit more than what your capacity, because certain actions can be noticed or can be recognized by an experienced interviewer. Tell me something about yourself. The first question asked by the interviewer. Most of the candidates do get rejected. There is a statistic saying that 90% of the candidate fail in this particular round of tell me something about yourself. It is just because and this is almost the first level. So by that much time they get rejected. Why allow that to happen? Okay, so we will be helping you out that you don't stammer, you gain confidence, and you face that interview and crack it. See, when this question is asked, tell me something about yourself, the way how you will have to answer is, of course, first just tell to them like, my name is, or I am your name. And at times the interviewer might not ask, tell me about yourself. There are too many different ways of asking the same question. So he might ask you, please run through your resume. Okay, the word is resume. I've heard too many people mispronouncing that word. It is actually resume. Resume, not resume or resume, no. Resume. Alright, so he might ask you, please run through your resume. Talk in brief about yourself, or take me through your resume. These are all the questions which has got the same answer. The answer of tell me about yourself. That's it. When the interviewer is asking you this question, if you are a fresher, if you are a fresher, you'll have to reply. So you have to just be frank. Do not worry. Just be frank with them and just say that I have recently graduated and have got more things to learn, more skill to develop. I'm good at time management and would love to strive in order to achieve my goal. So these are the ways how you can speak. These are all, one sentence quotation which you can deliver. All right. It is just all about your presentation. Just with one sentence, you can just go ahead with the answer. And if the interviewer asks you to brief something about you within 3 sentences, then you can go ahead. You can just tell him that I'm a fresher and recently graduated. You can even tell them about your achievements during your school days. For example, I'm just giving you an example. If you are a fresher, you can just tell them that I'm a fresher. I've just recently graduated in computer engineering. I am specialized in games app development. This was one of my projects during my final year of college days, and it was really very much successful and gave me good results. So this is the way how you can bring up your talents. Facing an interview is all about marketing yourself. So market yourself, and you'll have to speak with them all positive things about you. All right, you'll have to speak, but it has to be the fact. So you'll have to speak all the positive things about you. If in case you haven't understood any question by the interviewer, it is not a problem to ask them to repeat the question. You can ask it in a humble manner that, pardon me, sir, or sir, could you please repeat that question? By giving a small smile, by giving the requesting image. So you can ask, it's not a problem. It is always better to ask to repeat the question rather than you giving a false answer. So in that case, please, it is not at all a problem to ask for a repetition. And at the same time, since you are a fresher and you are not experienced, there are 2 different ways. Like for example, a fresher's and an experienced interview wordings might change. Because you have got no experience to show. I'm talking about the freshers. You have got no experience to show or the skills to show. Not worked anywhere. This would be your first job. At the same time, if it is an experienced person, for example, if I have been for an interview and I get the same question that tell me something about yourself. So I can go ahead by saying that I am Omar. Okay, or my name is Omar. I'm an ESL trainer by profession, and I have trained business and corporate world in the English language, and I have trained the MNC companies executives in the English language. And if the interviewer asks you to speak in 3 sentences about yourself, you being a fresher can just say, that I've just recently completed my graduation. I've done my computer engineering and I'm specialized in JavaScript. My final year project was to develop a game app, and I have scored best results in this project. And you can also say that I am a fast learner and a willing learner. I am a bachelor, so I'm ready to take any challenges in order to develop my skill and take all the challenges and problems as an opportunity and prosper in my career. So this is the way how you can speak about yourself. Getting an opportunity to face an interview is all about marketing yourself, marketing what your capability is. So please do not fear, have confidence and crack your interview. I wish you all the very best for your interview, dear freshers, and take care of yourself till then. Thanks for watching.